Be ready, start. Our present world, we surely did not struggle to scale the ladder of civilization for this result. Terror had always been in this world. Organized and disorganized wars have always caused several human lives to perish, but the global and extremely organized from to terrorism added with the lethal and sophisticated weapons of mass destruction had never been there in the past history of human civilization. From being savage to civilized, man adopted certain new values. These values resulted in the development of certain human tendencies, which, on one hand, unite the people irrespective of their race, culture, caste, creed, and religion, while on the other hand, create danger or humanity. The former human tendency helps life blossom on this earth, but the latter, assisted by the fanatics and extremists equipped with the latest inventions of science and technology, is posing a serious threat before the world in the form of global terrorism. Terrorism is an act of terror which creates fear in the mind of the common people. The path resorted by the terrorists in full of bloodshed, massacre, and today terrorism has become global and its main targets are the democratic countries of the world. Since democracy is the best form of governance, so these attacks are surely deplorable. The situation worsens when some countries join hands to promote terrorism in those countries with which they don't have friendly relation. Sadly, these cruel, hard hearted criminals are called freedom fighters by the terrorism promoting countries. When we talk about terrorism, we need to understand the difference between terrorists, separatists, and the Naxalites, as India is facing not only external but also internal terrorism. Although all the three mentioned above can be defined in three separate, yet to keep it simple, separatists are those who wish to get separated from a particular country, religion, or race, while Naxalites are those whose main problem is related to their economy, especially the land. The most serious threat is from terrorists added by international terrorist organizations who commit heinous crime in the name of holy war. Though different in their forms and origin, all the three sooner or later resort to murder, hijacking, and serious threats to mankind. India has been facing the problem of terrorism in 1980s and has tried to raise the issue before all international bodies time and again, but the complaints fell on deaf ears. This gigantic problem attracted the attention of the whole world only on 11th September 2001 when America was attacked. Today, a huge amount of money is spent in fighting against terrorism, and the citizens of every country are living is constant fear of terrorist attacks. Whether it is in India or the world, there are certain reasons behind the problem of terrorism. To deal with this problem, it is extremely essential to know the reasons behind it. It is believed that the main reasons are poverty and backwardness. Besides these, ignorance and illiteracy are also the other causes, but can poor people afford sophisticated weapons? Can illiterate people use biological weapons and latest technology? Of course not. These terrorists are neither poor nor backward. In fact, the so called global terrorists are fanatics. They use the unemployed youth to spread terrorism in the world, and it is a matter of sorrow that they do so in the name of religion, though all of us know that no religion preaches terrorism. Now, the question arises, what is the solution of this problem? Firstly, the developed countries must understand that terrorism of one country is no less severe than the terrorism of another country. So, all the terrorist organizations should be dealt with strictly. Anyone found guilty of terrorism should be severely punished, and adequate security should be provided to the common people. But terrorism has another aspect also. The policies of developed countries and the inability of the United Nations in restricting them in many matters of international importance have aggravated the already volatile situation and have promoted terrorism. It might is right becomes the norms of life as seen in the matter of Iraq at the hands of the United States. It will surely be adopted by one and all, including the terrorist organizations. Secondly, employment opportunities should be given to the youths of terrorism affected states, and rehabilitation opportunities should be provided to those youths who were forced to join terrorist organizations due to poverty and unemployment. Children and youths should be taught that no religion teaches terrorism, and education based on modern technique should be promoted all over the world. Children should be taught the importance of tolerance and brotherhood. This problem requires a permanent solution which demands an honest effort and not just lip service. Terrorism recently has taken more ugly turn by the advent of extremely extremist groups such as Boko Haram and Islamic States. In September 2001, Al Qaeda gained prominence for the first time. Before 2001, the developed world considered that the problem of terrorism had nothing to do with them but the attack on four important places, including World Trade Center that killed around 3,000 Americans, made the European countries realize that terrorism is a global problem.